Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Violet Hausthor, joined this week by Mistress Miriam and Mark Ramone. You just heard Reign of Pain by Boundaries, and we've paired them with Killed by Death by Motorhead. This is off our pairing show, of course, where we pair nationally, internationally renowned artists with some artists from our local area. Because we think that if you like some of those national artists, you will also probably like the local ones too. And then, of course, starting off the block, we had Big Bad Bollocks with Blarney Stoned paired with Dropkick Murphys doing State of Massachusetts. Oh boy.
How we start. I know this is like
that was intense. It was a really intense block.
I wish the Dropkick Murphys were just a little more west,
just a little closer to
Massachusetts.
But no, they are about as Eastern Mass as it gets, and absolute legends out there, mind you. I am a big fan of the Dropkicks. Obviously, I'm from Massachusetts. Most of us have at least heard of them.
One of the best bands to see live, without a doubt.
Undeniably, I'm sure. They are great.
But the Big Bad Bollocks, that's a great band to see it, like the Iron Horse in Northampton.
Yeah, they're a Northampton band. That was a lot of fun. The chorus on that is so interesting, with sort of like a triplet feel going there for a second. I don't know, there's a lot here that's really interesting, and it sort of leans into that same space. It's a really good pairing. They should play on the same set sometime. I'd love to see that.
Oh yeah,
that would crush. That is a night you will forget, but you should remember.
I forget if John Allen from Big Bad Bollocks he started off as a promoter or if he was a roadie or something, but his dream was to like be a musician. So he just picked up an instrument one day, I guess guitar, and started putting people together into this band, and it was very successful. They've been around for like 30 years or more.
Wow. Yeah, no, they have played around the area for a lot. They've played Warped Tour. They've played in the UK. Really respectable band right here in Northampton. And then
we heard Reign of Pain by Boundaries, Connecticut band. I mean, I love heavy metal, and this band is fantastic. They're super dynamic. Heavy. It's not a bunch of people making a lot of noise and screaming. The tempos are really interesting, and lyrics. I mean,
it's in the metalcore zone, but I can definitely hear some like genty influences coming off of this. They have that same sort of rhythmic sense. There's a lot of subgenres of metal. It's very complicated. If you know, you know.
I don't.
No, this really crushes.
If you're not banging your head to that song, Reign of Pain, you need to check your pulse.
And then, of course, we paired them up with Motorhead.
This is probably the only time ever that Motorhead will be played on this show, for all I know.
Probably.
Which says a lot about these local bands that we're pairing them with. We're pairing with Motorhead, Dropkick Murphys. These are big, in Daft Punk. These are huge acts.
Huge bands.
Huge. And I think these pairings are great. I grew up in Motorhead land, and they're legendary. But
obviously,
I find Boundaries to just be so dynamic, in a different way than metal from the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, this is not new wave of British heavy metal. This is straight up metalcore, and it takes it into a wild and intense direction. Love it.
So what do we have next for our last set?
So I've got a really interesting pairing for you. Obviously, I am the electronic music girl. That is my wheelhouse. So I've decided to bring in some stuff that sort of fits into what the internet scene was for electronic music around like 2012, 2013. It's a really particular scene. So we're going to be pairing a track by Savant with a track by DM Dokuro. So let's start off with Savant. Here's Melody Circus.